Hi everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All, where we're going through Wellington's new testimony, and I think I figured out what we need to do here. I believe it's going to be to do with the time that he said he called in witnessing the murder. I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Now, I think that's where the inconsistency is going to be here, because the time of death was at 6:28, according to the report. But he said he did it. See, it must have been 6:45 p.m. when I made the call. So he's saying he immediately did it, but it must have been 6:45. Well, if he'd done it immediately, it would have been 6:28, maybe 6:30 at a push, but certainly not. Certainly not when he's saying it was. So I think we can probably. I think we've got to present this. It's just whether we present it when he said immediately or here. It's whether we do it on this sentence or the other one. I'm actually not too sure. Must have had a lot of free time since they showed up within 10 minutes. Can't find anything out of the ordinary. Well, I can. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? I guess I should. Alright, we can do that. Sorry, had to cough. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Okay, so it's a pretty short statement. So I feel like the 6:45 is probably the one. But then, are we calling into doubt the fact that he called at 6:45 or that he called immediately? I feel like maybe we're calling into doubt that he called immediately rather than it being about at 6:45. So I'm going to present it there, but I don't know. It might be wrong. We might lose some health for this and then have to do the other one. Who knows? Right, let's present this here. It might be the wrong one. We might meant to be doing it on the other one, but who knows? Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 p.m. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you'd called the police, it was already 6:45 p.m. There is clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Mr. Wellington. Yes. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? ... Answer the question. ... telephone. I mean... Spit it out. I was searching for a phone booth. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? That's suspicious, because there was that random cell phone, wasn't there? You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness. I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? Okay, you lost it, so it could be his cell phone. Unbelievable. You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. Is this guy calling someone else scatterbrained after all of the stupid things he said in the past game? Really, Judge? What? Are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Haven't you ever heard that all geniuses have a strange... So by that rationale, since I have my own quirk, I don't think simple, plain people like you can understand... Enough! Oh, man. Oh, man. Wait. Hold on a second. He lost his cell phone? Nick, that cell phone, could it be... You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. What should I do now? Question further, definitely. We're not backing off. Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? Huh, What are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that just maybe this was his. Alright, so it's not his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. Unless, of course, he is involved and he had 2 phones, but who knows. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. That doesn't make sense, and I'll tell you why in just a minute. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honour, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. So we'll now get on to this point. One of these photos, that's a telephone booth. So why would he have needed to search for a phone because he didn't have his cell phone when it's like literally right next to the like it's actually in the crime scene, I suppose, isn't it? Right. Well, that's where we're going. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof, then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. Alright, fine. It was this one, right? Yeah, fine. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, there's something wrong with you. No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Oh! Order, order. What does reporting the crime additional proof for the defence? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That's reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else? Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour? Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Okay. I mean, short of maybe looking for his glasses, I can't really think of anything. Business card, names list. I mean, it was on the. I mean, he could have been looking for the cell phone, I suppose, but I don't know. Like the only other thing I can think of is that these were his glasses, and he was trying to find them, but obviously they were underneath the body, and he didn't know. So it could be that, I suppose. It's got to be the phone or the thing, hasn't it? It's got to be the phone or the thing. Is there anything on the profiles? Maggie Bird. Is there anything about him, maybe? Self-proclaimed drifting virtuoso is still looking for the right college. I don't think so. I think it's probably he was looking for the glasses, because if he wasn't bothered about the cell phone being returned when she called, I would imagine the glasses. It was under the victim's body, so he wouldn't have been able to see it. So I'm going to go for the glasses. It might be the phone though. There's only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalised. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honour. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. That's alright, we'll just do what we can. Please present the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? Okay, I think because he was looking for his glasses. It could be that he was looking for his phone, but I think this is like a phone for dodgy stuff. She got in contact with his owner, but they never showed. And then this was a list of con artists and their phone numbers stored on the phone. So this is like a phone which is used for crime. So I don't think he would have used that to call anything in. So I'm going to go for the glasses. I could be wrong here, though. I'm not confident. Mr. Wellington. What? Don't do that. You almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah! Where did you find... Ah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. So it is the glasses. That these glasses are in fact yours. I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Ah! Under the victim's body? Order! Order! Now, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't confess or confirm to anything. Your Honour, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realise was that they were under the victim's body. Would you not search there, though? And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that's precisely what I'm doing. I know I'm right. He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now is our chance to deep six this guy. I'll sink him in one shot. Yeah! This is so exciting watching you work again. Somehow, my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim. Everything rests on the edge of a knife. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Okay. Order! Order! Your Honour, the defence is making a mockery of this court. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie, and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. But, wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else would the person know her name was Maggie? That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before the trial. Ah, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Ooh, let's jump into our thing. I mean, she was police, right? So it's possible that he could have known. Is there anything we can, like, look further into? We've got... I don't think it's going to be that. Let's have a look at profiles. The only thing I can recall is that she's a policewoman. The victim and a policeman, it seems that he was dating defendant Maggie Bird. The prosecutor for this case, that's present now. Drifting Virtuoso is still looking for the right college. I mean, let's have a look at all the evidence. This was found in the cell phone. Business card, glove. There's nothing in the photos, I don't think. No. Glasses, time of death, 6:28. Maggie found this in the park. She got in contact with its owner, but they never showed. I mean, maybe it's the phone. Like, maybe because she called on the phone. Maybe it's the cell phone. I think it probably is, right? There was a way. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn. that a defendant's name was Maggie. Now would the defence please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? I think from the phone. Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realised you'd lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why, how did you... Your Honour, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness's cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honour. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And... she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. Yeah, so there we go. So she gave the name over the phone. He knew she had the phone. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. Yeah. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? The spelling. My client's name is Maggie, E-Y, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie, I-E. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Eek! Order, order! But, Your Honour, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honour. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That is absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright, Your Honour, can you explain what motive the witness could have had? ... Well, that is a good question, but we're out of time, so we're going to have to try and prove the motive in the next episode. So as always, thank you very much for watching. A big thank you to my patrons, Arcades Games, Wayne Nate, Paul from the Phantom Fellows, Lyle, Hobo, Numinous, Kumadim, Paul Leone, Flossie the Sheep, JohnCom555, Chrissy, Paul James, Salties, Adventure Game Geek, and Megan, and I'll see you next time.